Hi everyone, it's Allison discussing week 6. Are Islamists in Turkey of a different sort? And if so, what defines them? Is it the state? Is it the EU, etc.? Yes, they are Islamists of a different sort. And as with every question, I feel like I have just enough information to hang myself, so I'm going to try really hard. There are identity struggles in Turkey. I would say that fortunately, those identity struggles are, unfortunately, for the Kurdish populace, fortunately, not defining Turkey in and of itself as a nation state. The Islamists are of a different sort because their identity is in their Turkish citizenship and not the fact that they are Muslims. Sorry about that, I have to do this with my phone. All right, so why? What has defined them? Certainly, the Kemalism has defined them with respect to their political identity. It's a 99% Sunni population, and I would like to think, outside of what's going on with the threats to Turkey at this time, according to the author, political Islam and Kurdish uprising, that they are strong in their identity as there's not this Sunni Shia conflict that we see in other nations. So that's one. Two, their history is different, and mostly because of being so instrumental in Ottoman Empire and their development of bureaucracy or bureaucratic administrative processes and ability to develop internal government structures. So there was a structure there that helped to define the Islamist population. Military intervention has been used it has been used to overthrow the government, but not for the sake of promoting an Islamist agenda, but for the sake of protecting the nation state, for defending secularization or secularism and nationalism. Modernization and Westernization they have embraced it. This has helped to define where they are today. It does not mean that their relationship with the United States has always been easy or unchallenged, because that's not true. But they want membership into the EU, and regardless of the motivation, they want it, and they are working very hard to achieve that. And even though their bid has been stalled time and again, sometimes because of internal issues, sometimes because of external issues like Sarkozy constantly standing in the way. And I'm not judging his motivations either. I'm just saying he's standing in the way of their bid for ascension into the EU and for full membership. They are defined by the isolation they felt when Ataturk distanced Turkey from the Middle East. That also meant that the Middle East kind of considered them a pariah then. Whoa, you're going with the West, you're going with democratization, and that is at the expense of our faith. And so there was somewhat of a disconnect that caused them to define themselves less on their religious identity and more on their national and political identity. Kemalism is, in my mind, and all that encompasses is, and I feel like that could be a whole class, like a whole class on not only on foreign policy, but on political ideology. It is their ideology, according to the authors. And even though that there's not always a consensus on what Kemalism means and has Kemalism been fully realized and all of those things, I'm not as concerned with that, because what it did is it led to the current Turkey that now wants to be a full member of the EU. So yes, the Islamists in Turkey are of a different sort because Turkey is of a different sort, and we can mostly trace that back to even, I think, in the historical context with the Ottoman Empire, but then Ataturk coming in and saying this is going to be a different nation, and here's how it's going to be organized, here's how it's going to be run, and then of course the military being in a position to defend secularism or protect. It's seen as the protector or the guardian of secularism. I know that there's a difference between secularization and secularism, and I'm afraid I'm butchering that, so I'm going to look that up as soon as we get off of here. But yeah, they're a different sort, and I could see myself wanting to study a lot more about Turkey and its process for full membership into the EU based on what I've learned in this chapter. So thank you. Bye.